could I don't know if Mooney or Urson is going to be around much longer. I don't know. Do you have any ambition? Do you see yourself as the head coach of Urson? Is that a dream of yours?
I love it. Yes, absolutely. You know,
Your dad's not going to be there forever, right?
he's going to be there as long as he can. But that's a dream of mine. I was had a little experience in the winter and in the summer in the college game, and teaching job opportunity opened up at Urson. I came back. There are definitely ambitions, maybe going back to the next level down the road. But 10 years from now, if the opportunity comes and I could be the head coach at an Urson High School one day, you wouldn't see a happier person in the world than me.
Could you see the area without Mooney or Urson? I didn't ask. I should ask the other guys those. What?
I couldn't, honestly.
Or could you see one school being?
That's a tough question, especially during this week because of the excitement around it.
Yeah.
If it ever comes to it, I'd be supportive because of how much respect I have for Corwin Mooney and how much love and hard work I've put into Ursuline and I've seen people put into Ursuline. And I think that'd be great for the area. But do I want to see it happen? No. Because no matter when it is, where you're from, week 9 comes around, people are wearing their Mooney gear. They're wearing their Ursuline gear.
Yeah.
The green and gold. The red, yellow, and white for the Cardinals over there. And it's truly special. It brings back people from all over, from different eras. And that's the cool thing is when you can meet people like that and you could hear stories about when they're in high school, when they played Cardinal Mooney, and if they won. And the thing is, they know play for play about it. You know every play about that, and that's the special thing about this rivalry.
That's good stuff. There's Paul Kemp, son of Larry Kemp. No big surprise there. Just a great young individual, destined for greatness in the coaching ranks as well. I wish you a lot of luck. Thanks for coming,
Absolutely.
sharing your 3 state championship perspective and your Mooney Ursuline perspective, and best of luck to you in the future and to Ursuline this weekend as well.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks.
it.
Paul Kemp, Ursuline Irish. Can't get much better than listen to him speak like that. So we'll be back with more from Kelly's Bar, Mahoney Avenue, with Yards After Contact. Welcome back to Kelly's Bar on Mahoney Avenue in Youngstown. This is Yards After Contact. My next guest is interesting because maybe a mixed breed here, if you will. We had a little bit of Mooney, a little bit of Ursuline. Terica Jones, we have a little bit of both. Terica, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
And talking with us. Now, you're interesting perspective, obviously, because you attended both schools.
Yes.
Give us a little history about how that happened.
Well, it was, coming out of junior high school, Princeton Junior High.
Okay.
I had a real good friend of mine said, you should try to go to Ursuline. Ursuline would use you. They could use a kid like you. So, followed them over there. But, after 1 year, to me,
Just weren't feeling it, huh?
It's just, I decided not to be the foot soldier or the little Irishman on the ground and be the little bird soaring high. So
you made the switch.
yes.
How did it go? I mean, were you received well? Was there any kind of a conflict there or what?
No, it was no conflict. Jamie Mendez and
You knew some of the guys.
no, I didn't know anyone.
No.
No one. It's just, every
Little orphan Terica Jones here.
yeah. I mean, I was welcomed with open arms. I still had a lot of great friendships over there at Ursuline. Still do to this day. It was just the best decision for me to do.
Great. Now, as a freshman, Ursuline lost Mooney that year?
Yes.
You're on
Yes.
the losing end there.
Yes.
You remember that game at all? Was that a formative?
Nah, not
Year
that
for you?
game. That first year, my freshman year, was kind of a blur. It was like, what's happening here? Because I'm from the South Side. My biggest rivalry was Princeton against Volney.
Okay.
So I really didn't understand the grasp of the holy war, as they're calling it.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it.
Okay.
But once I transferred over to Mooney, then it was like Ursuline. We're gearing up to beat Ursuline. So, I started to get a little bit better understanding, especially from the guys over there like Marcus Coleman and Jamie Mendez telling me what this game really meant.
How'd this turnout go between the two teams in your 3 years at Cardinal Mooney?
I'm undefeated
You beat them 3 times.
3 times and once in the playoffs.
Okay, you're on Matt Prologo's team.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. So you made the right move, huh?
Yeah, it was the right move for me.
Yeah.
So, it was just a good thing for me to do.
What does the Holy War mean to you as a, well, I guess, maybe as a fan now, and do you remember kind of how it felt back then?
Yeah, it was intense. It was a lot of trash talk. And especially since
You weren't a trash talker, were you?
No, I was a quiet guy. It was a lot of great memories.
Yeah.
A lot of great memories, especially going up against guys like Clinton Lynch, and Diallo Anderson and Kevin Ellerby and Rob Eccles, guys like that. They kind of took me under their wing at Ursuline, and then I kind of had to venture off. So it was a lot of great memories.
So was it special as a senior playing against those guys you came into Ursuline with as a freshman? How did that evolve?
That
Was it extra special to play them and,
yes, it was.
beat them? And
Yes,
beat them
especially.
twice?
Yes, it was great. It was a great feeling, and I'm not a big talker, so I really can't explain to you how it felt to just win, especially that playoff game in Campbell. It was great.
Was there a big Terica Jones football moment in that Ursuline Mooney series that stands out in your mind?
My sophomore year, I would say, I had a old Ursuline shirt. I made it into a towel.
Nice.
And next thing I know is Rob Eccles and Dick Engel had it on his sideline. I looked down and it was gone. So that was the most memorable moment right there.
Great. How's it as a fan now? I mean, do you go to all the games? Is it important to you?
I try to, but sometimes this weather just I'll wait to listen. I'll wait to listen to it. But I'm Mooney through and through now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it been? Do you miss it when you watch it? Do you wish you were back out there? I mean, I don't know. You played 3 years in it, right?
Yes. But I do not miss it. I do not miss it. Especially the 6 to 7 hours of
There you go. Little
practice.
different. Ursuline Mooney.
Yes, a
obviously.
lot different. At least Ursuline had, us off the field by a certain time. Butchie, you're there till 9:30. So there, I can say I made a bad decision on, deciding on which practice would be the best suited for me. But
in the end,
it worked out for me.
good decision for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proud to be a Cardinal Mooney Cardinal, huh?
Yes, sir.
Great. You going to game this Friday night?
Yes.
Well, good luck.
I will be there.
You'll be there. It might rain. It might be cold.
Well, I'm pretty sure I can get Chris Emil or PJ Fecko to give me a
There you
movie.
go. Some of your boys.
Yeah, pull
Okay.
over and I'll be all right.
Great. Thanks for joining us, for your perspective as well. Appreciate it. Okay?
No problem.
Thanks. We'll be back with more Yards After Contact from Kelly's Bar in Youngstown, Ohio. And welcome back to Kelly's Bar on Mahoney Avenue in Youngstown, Ohio. We've got a lively evening here tonight. And this is kind of different now. Mayor, Mr., I don't know, John McNally, what should I call you here?
For tonight at Kelly's, John's good enough.
John, the
Yeah.
Mayor of Youngstown, Ohio. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for
Thanks,
coming
Gary.
down and sharing maybe your perspective. You went to Ursuline. Why don't you just kind of take over? What is this week and what does this mean to you as a former student? And then maybe we'll talk about as a mayor of Youngstown, even its impact, I'm sure.
Well, I graduated from Ursuline in 1987.
Okay.
And the 4 years I was there, I was not a football player, but each year I don't think we won a game over Mooney in the 4 years that I was there.
It was one of the lull period.
It was a lull period, but I mean, as a freshman, great players like Bobby Knoll, Bobby
Did you go to all
Pope.
the games? Were you a fan?
Oh yeah, I was a
Okay.
huge fan.
Okay.
And I remember when I was even younger, and 5 or 6 years old, living on the north side of Youngstown, going to the games at the Ray Ann Stadium.
Since you mentioned that, Mooney Ursuline games used to pack that place. You needed to shoehorn to get
They'd
people in
shoehorn
there.
people in, and my parents wouldn't let me go on the walking track because you weren't sure, if tensions would flare up
I
on the
remember as a
walking
young
track.
kid, that was a great environment.
It's a great environment, a great little stadium, and then when the games moved to YSU, guys like Bobby Knoll, Bobby Pogue, and Mike Morrow, they were all seniors when I was a freshman. Mike Morrow used to pick me up by the scruff of my neck in study hall in the auditorium at Ursuline.
And you're a little guy.
I'm not much bigger than I am right now, but the Ursuline Mooney game was always the focus of the entire season.
So you know, how interesting is it from your perspective to, I don't know, do you feel like you're playing in the game when you're a young guy like that, watching it, or do you have
Well,
emotions?
Yeah, you certainly have emotions because a lot of your good friends are on the field, and you know their heart is in it, so you want your heart to be in it as well. And I can remember as seniors coming off the field, and a good friend of mine who was a center for Ursuline back then. I mean, he was just in tears about the game.
So what is the Holy War like? I mean, can you explain it? Is it more than emotion? Is it tangible at all? What is it?
Well,
like?
I think it's tangible because I still think, between Ursuline and Mooney, I mean, between the alumni, there's still that palpable tension that comes up every week during the year. Even if you're not, quite frankly, even if you're not playing Ursuline or Mooney that week, there's still that feeling between people that I still feel from people in the community at times. I was at Mooney last week, and they were honoring Mr. DeBartolo for his entrance into the Hall of Fame, and I wore my green tie, and I think everybody from Mooney realized I did that, and I think it matched my shirt that day, so it was really not intentional, but people were picking out that the guy from Ursuline was here as the mayor of the city of Youngstown.
Well, let me ask you: was there a Golden Dawn back in the day? That's a staple at Ursuline, is it not?
Yeah, it is, and I mean, I grown up at the Golden Dawn. I started going there when I was 4 years old.
Do you have to go there before an Ursuline game? Is that part of the curriculum?
Well, if you don't go there before the game, you're certainly going there afterwards. And
you can't graduate unless
you do it. And the place is going to be hopping Friday. I can just about guarantee you that, as it is every night that Ursuline plays football.
I want to ask you the other stuff, but are you proud as a mayor of that place? I mean,
Oh
Golden
yeah.
Dawn?
Oh my God, I'm thrilled with that place. I mean,
it's amazing, the history there and everything.
The Naples brothers, who both unfortunately passed away over the past couple of years, were great men. Their sons, who still help keep the place going. When I was in college, I would bring college roommates back from Washington, D.C. to go to the Golden Dawn and drink schooners of beer for 75 cents. Can't beat that. And then the jumbo sandwiches and the pizza and the pasta. And I mean, my goodness gracious, now they have coffee mugs that say the Golden Dawn on them, which before you didn't have something fancy like that. So it's a North Side institution. It's a Youngstown institution. It's a great place to go.
Golden Dawn MVR is the mayor. How do you politically stand on that one?
Well, I am, as a good politician, I am right down the middle. And my good friend, the Cassis family down at the MVR, which is another place that I started going to, I think, when I was 14 years old. My parents played in a mixed bocce league, and that's how I started to get into the MVR. But the Cassis family, a strong Mooney family, that place will be packed before the game. It'll be packed afterwards too. So this might be a Golden Dawn MVR battle as well.
You have pride in the Ursuline Mooney matchup. What does it feel like now for you?
Well, as mayor of the city of
Okay,
Youngstown,
yeah.
it is a great game.
You have to be politically correct here. But
Yes. Now I have two kids who most likely will go into Ursuline as they move on through school. But
what grades are they in?
I have an eighth grader and fifth grader, two girls at St. Christine's.
Oh, there you go.
And both their mother and their father both are Ursuline graduates, so they'll probably be steering them that way. But as mayor of the city of Youngstown, it's a great night. It's a great game. Two great schools, two great academic programs, great coaching staffs, guys that come back to Ursuline to help out. I think it's everything what Youngstown is. It's family, it's competitive, it's pride, and everyone at that school wants to beat everybody at the school I graduated from, and vice versa.
On Friday night, are you Mayor McNally? Are you Ursuline? Do you have any false pretenses here at all?
I'll be honest. I'll probably be going to the Ursuline tailgate with my wife and my two kids.
Do we have a Mooney booth or Mayor booth up in
No,
YSU or anything like
we're
that?
even if it's rainy, I'm going to be sitting out in the stands.
Okay,
I'm just out there in the stands.
You're not the mayor that night.
No, I'm not doing anything official. I'm going to be enjoying myself and just hanging out with my wife and kids and seeing what I imagine is going to be a great game.
How exciting is it now for you for that game? Are you individually? Is it a big deal?
It is a big deal.
Why?
I don't. Well, I think it's just my own personal history with having grown up with that rivalry. Like I said, between Rayen Stadium to YSU to being a student at Ursuline, watching my friends play. I think my football career ended in 8th grade with Northeast Catholic, which was a mixture of St. Ed's, St. Anthony's, and Immaculate Conception kids. I was a third-string quarterback behind my best friend, and then another kid who's a politician, John Bocelli, who's a local politician around as well. So my football career was not that outstanding. My favorite football team now is probably my fantasy football team, and but I think it's a great night for Youngstown. It's a great night for area sports, and to me, the Ursuline Mooney game is the cream of the crop on the football season every year.
Just an idea, what will your Friday night be like? You said maybe tailgate, but
We'll probably be tailgating at Ursuline at 4:30 or 5 o'clock.
I think Kelly's Bar has a little thing going on.
I would imagine these folks will be doing something. Then we'll walk from there over to the stadium, then walk back afterwards. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm taking my kids and some of their friends down to the Ursuline Mooney rally.
Yes.
So I'll be driving them down, and I think this is my third year of being a chauffeur for my kids for the Ursuline Mooney rally. The Ursuline Mooney rally for both schools is a great event. You know, you start the week of the game on Saturdays, decorating the schools. Both schools do that, and it just builds up with special things each day throughout the week. I think Ursuline does. They do their rally tomorrow. I'm not sure if Mooney does theirs just tomorrow or Friday, but the kids get excited. It's still, to me, still the best rivalry in the Mahoning Valley.
And now I'm sure when you ran for mayor, became mayor,
Yes.
you probably did it so you could be involved in the Ursuline Mooney series, I'm guessing. Maybe not.
Yes.
But what does it mean as a mayor? I guess that's a little joke that kind of
Well, I
faded
think
there.
look, I'm very happy that Cardinal Mooney is working on their facilities on the south side of Youngstown. I'm thrilled that they stayed in Youngstown, and we've devoted at the city of Youngstown a lot of time to helping Mooney clean up the area around their school. We've demolished a lot of houses. We've cleaned up the streets, and we continue to do a lot of things. We're improving South Avenue. We're working on Market Street. So we want the parents and the families to feel safe and secure when they're at school, and I think we've done a pretty good job over the past 3 years in doing that. Up at Ursuline, we're working on Wick Avenue, improving the area near the university, all the way up past Ursuline High School, taking down the old Wick 6 car dealerships. We're up past Ursuline, up on Wick Avenue. We're in the midst of that. It's
on the way to the Golden Dawn.
On the way to the Golden Dawn. So it's a $500,000 project and demolition removal. And so when folks are going down to the Golden Dawn tomorrow night, or Friday night, they're going to see some of that demolition work going on. So we're trying to improve the neighborhoods around both of these schools, to keep those schools in Youngstown, and to keep everybody pretty happy.
Forgive me for asking, but I'd be remiss if I didn't. Is there a future for both schools in Youngstown? Can you give a non-political answer, maybe, as best as you could,
I think that
without getting anybody mad?
Yeah,
I mean, is that a
I think there still is a future.
quandary?
I think I still think there's that is a quandary. That's a pretty good word. I think some folks say if you combine both schools, you'd have a school that would be an academic power and an athletic power at a higher division. You have some folks that say if you combine both schools, you're going to lose kids who might not want to make that trek from one side of town to the other. I think the bishop made the call when he decided that Cardinal Mooney was going to stay where it is, and it was going to be renovated with the assistance of the DeBartolo family and other alumni.